want to say thank you to all of you who came out today. I know everyone is really busy, and it really does mean a lot to us that you have all chosen to join us for this incredible milestone. Today, I just wanted to share a few thoughts about the Eagles' journey, but from a mother's perspective. So, Aiden and Brandon's journey to Eagle actually began before they were even old enough to join Cub Scouts. You see, we live across the street from the Clevengers, in the corner back there, specifically Jack Clevenger. And one day when the boys were maybe 5 years old, they spotted Jack from our front window, and he was standing in front of their house in his scout uniform. And as my boys always did, every time they spotted either Jack or his sister Tessa, who's also here today, whenever they spotted either of them, they would immediately yell, "Mom, Jack's outside. Can we go outside and play with him?" So of course I said yes, and off they ran. Now, I wasn't actually present for this, but I imagine that when my two curious 5-year-olds caught up with Jack, I imagine that there was a barrage of questions, and I like to think it went a little something like this. "Why are you wearing that uniform? What do you mean you're a Boy Scout? What's a Boy Scout? What do Boy Scouts do? How do I become a Boy Scout?" Is that right? Okay, thanks. What I do know is that later that day when they came back to me, I promise you, they said to me in unison, "Mom, I want to be a Boy Scout, just like Jack." So as soon as they were old enough, we signed them up for Pack 269 of Parkmont Elementary. And here's the thing about scouting. They don't tell you that when you sign your son up for scouting, you are in fact signing up the whole family for scouting, am I right? Your weekends, your evenings, your summers are now all dictated by scouting events. I admit, I may have felt this a little more intensely because my husband, their dad, Andre, he dove headfirst into scouting right alongside Aiden and Brandon. Before I knew it, he was a den leader, and then he was assistant cub master, and then ultimately an assistant scout master for Troop 379. I know that he loved every minute of it because it was time with his sons. He loved emceeing the Pinewood Derby every year. He loved planning the meetings. He loved planning the outings. Of course, he went on all the outings along with Aiden and Brandon. And the best part for me was that he would always bring his camera. And so he would take these great photos, and it was like I was there, but I didn't have to get dirty. So when he passed away in 2019, I knew that I could not fill the hole that he left. To be honest, I didn't think that he was going to continue, and I didn't think that they would continue in scouting. Not for lack of heart, but because scouting was always something that they did with their dad. So the fact that we are here today celebrating both Aiden and Brandon becoming Eagle Scouts is really a testament to the love and support and community that has always surrounded you two. We have a lot of people to thank. First off, Ellen and Ben, the best aunt and uncle ever. They have always been willing to step up whenever we needed them. One time they even drove them all the way up to Camp Royane for summer camp when I couldn't do it. And frankly, they bought all of your outdoor gear because I certainly didn't know what to buy. Of course, we have to thank our Scoutmasters, assistant Scoutmasters, merit badge counselors, advancement chairs, Eagle Project advisors, and so many more adults. My boys have been so blessed to have so many adults be so willing to give of their time and of their talent to provide my boys with the lessons they needed, the guidance, the mentorship, the support, the encouragement, and yes, sometimes a little kick in the butt to keep going to Eagle. And lastly, I want to ask Lola Boy and Lola Bilog to please stand up, because I want the whole room to see the two of you. Sometimes people tell me that I have raised two amazing sons, but I know that I could not have done it without the two of you. Little Boy was always willing to drive the boys to scout meetings if I was held up in traffic or somehow late. And Lola Bilog always made sure we had something to eat before those meetings. And boys, let's be honest, she sewed most of those patches that you guys are wearing right now. So again, can I get another round of applause for these guys? Even with all of this love and support surrounding you, we would not be here today if it wasn't for your own resilience, perseverance, and dedication to the journey to Eagle Scout. Over the years, I've seen you in increasing levels of responsibility and leadership in the troop. You started off as quartermasters, I think almost as soon as you started with the troop. Soon after that, I think you've actually held almost every leadership role there is available in the troop. Certainly you guys became patrol leaders, and then later assistant senior patrol leader, and assistant junior scoutmaster. In addition to all their leadership roles within the troop, they also did a lot outside of the troop. They were both counselors in training at Camp Royane for 2 summers. They have been elected and inducted into the Order of the Arrow, which, for those of you who may not know, is essentially the honor society within Scouting. And these two also earned the Adultery Day, which is one of the religious emblems that's available to Scouts, and this one is specifically for Catholics, and it's awarded to Scouts to exemplify both tenets of their faith as well as tenets of Scouting. Again, this has been many, many years of increasing leadership, responsibility, and service. I hope you guys know that it's not the award that makes you an Eagle. It's all the experiences that you've had, the hard work you've put in, and the lessons you've learned along the way. That is what makes you an Eagle. I'm so incredibly proud of both of you. Not just for becoming Eagle Scouts, but because you show us every day that good men are made by showing up, by lifting others up, and by always choosing integrity, even when no one is watching. I'm certain that your dad feels the same way. Thank you.